Let's talk about what past continuous tense is and when and how past continuous tense is used. Past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was happening in the past, that was going on in the past time. Past simply means the time gone by, and continuous means an action that is or was happening. Summing up together, past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was going on in the past time. The action that started in the past and was going on in the past and has already been finished at the present time. An action that started in the past and was going on in the past and has already been finished at the present time is past continuous tense. Now let us look at the structure of past continuous tense. The structure of past continuous tense looks like this. It has a subject which is followed by was or were plus main verb plus ing plus object. This is the structure of past continuous tense, how a past continuous sentence is framed or formed. It is formed by using subject was or were, was if the subject is singular and were if the subject is plural, and followed by main verb and adding ing and then the object. For example, we were driving when the accident occurred. Look at this sentence. We is the subject, were is the verb, were because we is in plural number. Had it been I was driving. If it had been I, singular number, we would have used was. But we represents more than one, so we are using were. We were, what is it? Main verb drive plus ing, driving. And then what happened? What were we doing? We were driving. Object is when the accident occurred. So this is an example of past continuous tense. Let's take one more example. The dog was chasing the boys. Let's look at this example. The dog was chasing the boys. The dog is the subject, was is the auxiliary verb. Was because the dog is singular in number. There is only one dog in the sentence we are talking about, so was. Had there been dogs, we would have used were. More than one dogs, we would have used were. But the dog is one in number, so we are using singular verb. Singular subject, singular verb. The dog was. Chase is the main verb and we are adding ing to it and then the object, the boys. The dogs were chasing the boys. That means this action started in the past and was happening in the past. The dog was chasing the boys. It was happening in the past, and at this point of time at present, the act of chasing the boys by the dog is already finished. We use past continuous tense to talk about actions that started in the past, was going on in the past, and has already been finished at the present time. The dog was chasing the boys. The dog was chasing the boys in the past. It started in the past, was going on, happening in the past, and at present it is already over. Past continuous tense. Okay, now it's time to talk about present continuous tense. If you have understood past continuous tense, understanding present continuous tense is not going to be difficult at all. So when is present continuous tense used? Let us understand that first. So present continuous tense is used to describe an action or actions happening at present now. What is happening around you? It might be possible that somebody at kitchen is cooking food. It also might be possible that dogs are barking outside. And right now at present, I'm speaking with you. And right now at present, you are watching my video. So many things are happening now. So we use present continuous tense to talk about action or actions happening now. The structure of present continuous tense looks like this. It has a subject plus M is R plus main verb plus ing plus object. A present continuous tense has a subject plus M is R. We have to choose one of these verbs depending on the number of subject, and then main verb, and then we add ing to the main verb and then the object. Let's try to understand this with some examples. Let's take the first example. Let's say I am talking about tenses. So in this sentence, I is the subject of the sentence. I is always followed by the auxiliary verb am in the present tense, be it present indefinite or be it present continuous. I is always followed by am in the present tense. And then comes the main verb. Talk plus ing is talking about tenses. What am I talking about? I'm talking about tenses. So tenses is the object of our sentence. I am talking about tenses. So this is the activity, this is the action going on at the present time. What am I doing now? I am talking about tenses. So this action is going on. We use present continuous tense to describe an action that is in progress, that is going on. Let's take another example. The doctor is examining the patient. Look at this sentence. The doctor is the subject, is the auxiliary verb, and exam is the main verb, plus ing is the continuous form, examining, and whom is the doctor examining? The doctor is examining the patient. Patient is the object of the sentence. So doctor is examining the patient. This is exactly what is happening right now in this sentence. There is a patient, there is a doctor, and the doctor is examining the patient. So this is the thing that is going on right now at present. We use present continuous tense to talk about action or actions going on at present. And one more thing, why did we use is? Because the subject is singular in number. The doctor is singular in number, so we use is. Had there been doctors, I would have written like this: the doctors, plural number, more than one, so I have to use are. Doctors are examining the patient. Isn't it very simple? Just look at the subject and supply the suitable verb. Singular verb if the subject is singular, and plural verb if the subject is plural. It's very simple. Okay, now it's time to talk about future continuous tense. What is a future continuous tense? When and how future continuous tense is going to be used. We are going to understand that. First, let us understand the words itself. Future simply represents the time which is yet to come, and continuous simply means anything that is happening or that will be happening in future time. So putting these two words together, we get anything that will be happening, or the action that will be happening sometime in future is future continuous tense. It is not happening now, it is not going on now, but it will be happening, it will be going on in future time or after some time. That is future continuous tense. Now let us look at the structure of future continuous tense. It has a subject and shall and will. We use shall and will to talk about the future time, to describe the future time. They are very helpful to us to talk about the future time. And we use be plus main verb is needed, and then we add ing to it because it is a continuous tense. Without ing, without adding ing to the verb, it is very difficult to write a verb in continuous form. So we use main verb plus ing, and we also need an object which is entirely optional. We do not need object all the time to make the sentence complete. Please take a note of it. So subject shall will plus be plus main verb plus ing plus object. Now let us take a look at some examples. I shall be presenting a speech tomorrow. Okay, look at this sentence once again. I shall be presenting a speech tomorrow. I is the subject, shall is the verb, auxiliary verb, because without shall we cannot represent the future time. So this is necessary. With I we usually use shall, but you can also use will. I will is also correct, but formally I shall. Shall is used with I. But even if you say I will, that's entirely correct. So I shall, then be, then present is the main verb, then ing, and then what shall I be presenting? I shall be presenting a speech is the object, and tomorrow is the extra information given in the sentence. It represents the future time. So I shall be presenting a speech tomorrow. That simply means you are not presenting a speech now. You haven't presented a speech yet, but you will be presenting the speech tomorrow. You are talking about the future time. I shall be doing this. You know that you will be presenting a speech tomorrow at this time. So when you see the future, when you see yourself where you will be and what you will be doing, we use future continuous tense. Let's take another example. They will be traveling to Manali next week. They will be traveling to Manali next week. They haven't traveled to Manali yet. They haven't traveled already, but they will be traveling to Manali in future time. They will be doing in future time. So they is the subject, will auxiliary verb plus be plus main verb travel plus ing to which place? Object. Where are they traveling, or where will they be traveling? They will be traveling to Manali is the object, and next week is the extra information given here. This also represents future time. And if you change this sentence into question, it will be written like this: will they be traveling to Manali next week? Will they be traveling to Manali next week is a question. It is still the future continuous tense.